If I'm way stronger than the protagonist, then the protagonist has to get like a training arc, a magic weapon, go Super Saiyan, something. All right, Luffy straight up just said, I bet he'll get tired of beating my ass before I get tired of getting my ass beat.
Yo, facts.
Yeah, I am a menace. Keep me alright.
What's good, YouTube? Back here with another video. Before we get to the video, man, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also, follow me on my Instagram. Also, follow me on my Twitch too. If you like IRL content, you got your favorite groups like AMP.
Yeah, I think y'all boyfriend just left y'all.
Yeah, they did. Well, they're good.
That's insane. All that stuff. You're gonna follow me on my other channel. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into this video.
Has anyone ever thought about how it's perfectly reasonable for Big Mom to have wanted to kill the Straw Hats? Like, imagine this, you are the Emperor of the Sea, Big Mom, and one of the islands under your territory is Fishman Island, and the only thing you ask from them, in exchange for protection and whatever the fuck else they get from you being an Emperor of the Sea, the only thing you ask from them is that they give you some snacks, one of your favorite snacks. It's like a fish snack, whatever. You love it, you like it a whole lot. So you call them up and you're like, yo, where my snacks at? And this lunatic picks up the phone, gives you his full name, address, and social security number, and is like,
yo, Luffy did be doing that shit though. Yo, nobody. Luffy, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna be king of the pirates. Like, oh, OD, bro.
I ate your snacks. Now what? Like, you don't even know
Basically,
this person, and he's
bro,
just off rip starting a fight with you. So you send some of your cronies to spin the
picking
block on his
fights,
ass.
bro.
But in the middle of that, you come in contact with some very useful information. One of the Straw Hats is actually a prince with the Germa Kingdom, okay? Now, you see this as an opportunity to get what you want and also knock off every single member of Germa, all right? Now, keep in mind, Germa is an evil island. Like, they're all just vile, so this isn't even like a morally dubious thing. So you end up kidnapping Sanji, and you know that Luffy and the other Straw Hats are probably gonna come to Whole Cake Island to get Sanji back. So that's a whole other plan that you have to set up for them. You're waiting for them to show up so that you can take care of this lunatic that ate your snacks, okay? So they pull up just like you thought, and they run into one of your best generals, okay? Luffy, the crackhead that challenged you to the fight, ends up in a fight with your general for 11 hours. And after that, he ends up getting assaulted by his own crewmate. And after that, you send one of your armies to go beat him up and throw him in jail. Okay, so this is going pretty according to plan so far. All right, now one of your sons is the jailer of the place that they're locked into. It's Luffy and Nami, and they're in jail. And one of your sons is watching over them. Now, you don't really know what happens after this point, but the next you hear from your son is that he captured them and he executed them. It kind of sounds like he's lying, but you don't really know why he would lie. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, if he's lying, that actively puts everyone on your side in danger.
Not only just that, why would you lie to Big Mom? Like, at that point, like, I know you're terrified of her, so her devil fruit definitely works on your way. So if you lying to her, bro, you're cooked.
So you just can't figure out why he would do that. But to be fair, you know, let's put ourselves in Opera's shoes, okay? You just, like a couple episodes, watched your own mother indiscriminately murder one of her sons. Like, and that was for no reason. So, I mean, you fucked up. You allowed this crackhead to escape prison and just run off into the night. Like, that could very feasibly have some consequences. But, you know, you think to yourself, I can lie, it's fine, you know, like, sure, he escaped prison and he ran off, but he still has to fight a whole ass other army to get to anywhere on the island. The wedding's tomorrow, like, and even then, like, you know, Katakuri's gonna be there. Like, you think there's no way he's gonna make any problems. This starving, sleep-deprived crackhead, you think there's no way that he's gonna possibly fuck this up. So it's the next day, the day of the wedding, and this is around the time where Big Mom pretty much is removed from the narrative, and I'll explain that later. But now we gotta look at it from the perspective of Katakuri, okay? You are Charlotte Katakuri, the strongest member of the Big Mom Pirates besides Big Mom herself, and it is your job to be security at this fucking wedding. It's your job to make sure that no fuck shit happens at this wedding. And you're pretty confident at that. You know, you've got a 1 billion berry bounty, your ridiculously strong devil fruit helps as well, and you've got future sight, so you can look into the future. You're also still on alert because you're Katakuri. You know, you're just always on guard. You know, sure, Luffy is dead according to the most recent intel that you have, but there could be other Straw Hats here. There could be somebody here that wants to try and hurt me or my mother or anybody else. You don't really know what you're looking for, but you're on guard. But either way, the last thing you were expecting was this starving, sleep-deprived crackhead to jump out of the wedding cake and start whooping everybody's ass. Like, that is not
Yo, that was the most Luffy scene possible, bro. Like, just a whole bunch of Luffy just came out of fucking nowhere. Like, bro, like, what? That'd be everybody's worst
You did
nightmare.
not see that coming. You're so startled that when you just randomly access your future sight to make sure that everything's gonna go right, when you see this happen, when you see 100 starving, sleep-deprived crackheads jump out of the cake, you are so fucking flabbergasted that it takes you extra long to process it. You can't even do anything about it. Like, there was time to do something about it, but because you don't quite know what the fuck's going on, you're frozen. Someone has to ask you, yo, Cat, you okay? And you're like, listen, something's about to happen. That's all I can say. Get ready. So 100 starving, sleep-deprived crackheads jump out of the cake and just start beating everybody up, like just assaulting everyone in sight. And you understand,
Just
like, all right, this is
straight
probably
smooth.
like a trap or a trick or something. Either way, like, there can't really be 100 Straw Hat Luffys. Like, that's not a thing. We got to find the real one. So someone yells out, "Show yourself, Mugiwara!" And you're like, all right, that's a good start. Like, other people are catching on to what we need to do, but there's no way he's going to, you know, announce himself in the crowd and ruin whatever.
Yo, I remember this part of the arc, bro. I was just like, bro, what the fuck, Luffy? Why? Why would you do this, bro? Why do you have so much pride to just here? Like, bro, what?
Plan that they've got. And to your surprise, this starving, sleep-deprived crackhead, the real starving, sleep-deprived crackhead, raises his hand, tells you his full name, address, and social security number, and says, now what? It's at this point you immediately
Like,
understand
what,
this
bro?
motherfucker is dangerous, all right? Your eyes lock and you're like, fuck everything else going on. It's me and you. I have to deal with you. It's got to be me, because if I don't, I'm scared no one else is gonna. So you devote all of your attention to this lunatic that has now just announced himself to you. So you start fighting him a little bit. But in the middle of that, because you focused all your attention on Straw Hat Luffy, one of his crewmates manages to exploit your mother's one and only weakness. Now, this is a weakness that pretty much turns her into a rampaging monster, effectively pretty much ending her role in the plot and reducing her to a plot device for the entire arc. You don't know how they're gonna stop her, but the emphasis is on they. They have to deal with that bullshit. You look at your mother right in her eyes and go, yeah, that's, you know, you got a lot of sons and a lot of daughters. I'm taking care of the crackhead that broke into my sister's wedding. You guys have fun.
I ain't gonna lie, Katakuri's kind of smart for that, bro. It was like, yo, like, y'all can handle Big Mom. I got bigger issues, like, he kind of like, you know, what's a good example of that? That's like something going wrong, but you're like, oh, I know what a good example is. That's like police officers getting a certain call, but then they do a traffic stop before that call. So let's just say they get like an armed robbery call, right? And just before they get that armed robbery call, they pull somebody over for speed. And the other cops going by like, fuck you.
Sorry, this is what I came here to do. I'm wedding security. This guy's got to go. Sorry. So you chase the crackhead out of the wedding. All right, but somewhere along the line, it looks like he has kidnapped two of your sisters. Now, your sisters have two really powerful devil fruits. One of them lets you go into the mirror dimension, and the other one lets you alter memories. You don't know what this starving, sleep-deprived crackhead is going to do with those two devil fruits, but the potential alone scares the shit out of you. You mobilize even more people. Like, we got to stop him. I don't know what's going to happen, but we got to end this shit right now. So you chase him all the way to the ship. All right, you start beating up any of the crew members that you can, and you know that they can't beat you. So you think, all right, so it looks like this is finally over. Like, let's end this. And then this lunatic grabs you, throws you into the mirror world, and then jumps in after you, and then he breaks the exit. He seals off the exit. So let's really put yourself into Katakuri's shoes, okay? You have chased this starving, sleep-deprived crackhead out of your sister's wedding after he just assaulted everyone there. And then after thinking that you have him cornered, he straight up says, I'm not locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me.
And then gets ready to fight. You are terrified. You understand better than anyone in One Piece at this very moment just how dangerous Luffy is and that you need to take him seriously. He starts fighting, you start fighting, he starts trying to transform. You're like, no, fuck that. I'm not even going to give you time to do that shit. I know I can beat you, so I'm just going to fucking end this shit. You beat him up and you use your devil fruit powers, your awakened devil fruit powers, to bury him in Mochi. Now you say to yourself, no one's ever escaped my Mochi. He's done it's over, it's fine, we should be good. So you clock out for your lunch break, all right? You go and you start eating some donuts. 7 minutes later, that crackhead has broken the door down and he starts trying to fight you again. You're like, how are you, why? Can you give me like 30 minutes, bro, please? How are you even still here? And Luffy simply explains, oh, I just ate the mochi. So you have now fed this crackhead, giving him more energy, more fighting
power.
him. So you keep beating his ass, all right, until finally he runs out of hockey. And he's like, oh, fuck, I need 10 minutes. And you're like, well, fuck that. I'm not going to give you 10 minutes to keep this up. I'm ending this. So you start chasing him around the mirror dimension until he runs into your sister, which controls the entrance and exit of the mirror dimension. You think, oh, no, this is horrible. He takes her hostage and he flees. You go, fuck. But low-key, you're kind of relieved. You know, you're 48 years old. You can't be fighting for 11 hours like that.
You can't be doing it like you used to back in the day.
So that means you've been chasing this crackhead around the island like all day. So you get your breath and you start looking for a way out, and then 10 minutes later, guess who you see? But that lunatic, that crazy-ass crackhead coming back to run the ones with you. You almost shed a tear, you're so tired.
Bro, you know how crazy that is? You've been beating a nigga ass for so long. He leaves, comes back and runs it again. Like nigga, I was just not whooping your ass like for 5 hours straight. And you telling me you had the perfect chance to escape and leave, and you decide you want to come back and run the ones again? It's crazy.
You are so old and so tired. So you keep beating him up until something starts happening. All right, he starts closing his eyes as if he's trying to anticipate how and when you're throwing hands. You're like, what, are you trying to be a Jedi? Knock it off, bro. Let's finish this. But he starts dodging your hands. You're like, are you fucking kidding? There's no way he's turning this fight into a training arc. And you know, that's not fair. Like, at that moment, you literally think to yourself, that's not fair. How it's supposed to go, if I'm way stronger than the protagonist, then the protagonist has to get like a training arc, a magic weapon, go Super Saiyan, something. All right, Luffy straight up just said, I bet he'll get tired of beating my ass before I get tired of getting my ass beat.
Yo, facts on God, bro. Yo, Katakuri was whooping this nigga ass for the entire fight, bro. And Luffy just kept getting up. Like, I'd be tired if I was Katakuri. Like, at some point in time, you gotta get tired of beating a nigga ass. Like, and they just gonna keep getting up each and every time. Like, I see why niggas be shooting people.
And he was right. You are so tired. You have hit him so many times. Every hit connects and he goes down every time, but he keeps getting up. It's almost inspiring. Like, every time he gets back up, you hear Eye of the Tiger, and it kind of pumps you up a little bit. But you know, no matter how much respect you have, you know he has to go. Like, he's got to go right now. It just can't go on. But in the middle of this, you know, you're taking too long to finish this fight. So your little sister actually manages to sneak into the mirror dimension. This is a different little sister. She's kind of an asshole. No one likes her. You don't even really like her, but you know, she's
I ain't like her. That shit was
so she manages to sneak up on him and paralyze him with one of your darts, and you manage to land a very significant blow, which hurts him quite a lot, more than you've hurt him before, or so as much as you can tell. You really don't know with this guy. Now, you know that you should just take the dub, but something in your head and your heart tells you not like this.
This is the most respectful thing he did, though. Like, I give my props to Katakuri for this, because, bro, he really didn't have to take that shit. He did. He could have just kept fighting and took the dub. But, like, he just knew it was like, this entire time we've been fighting, ain't none of this shit been easy. Like, that wasn't an attack that should have landed.
Know that it's a stupid thing to do. The crackhead even calls you stupid when you do what you're about to do, but you stab yourself in the exact same place as the crackhead was stabbed, because you think if you're gonna win, you don't want to win like that. And you instantly regret this decision. Oh boy, do you. This motherfucker says Gear 4 Snake Man, and you go, what? This motherfucker turns into a snake. You go, have you had that transformation this whole time? So you start fighting with Gear 4 Snake Man. This motherfucker is fighting harder than he ever has. You don't know if it's because you stabbed yourself and you're weaker, or if the ass whoopings have somehow given him new strength. You don't know what's going on, but you're both.
I think it's a combination of both of them, because I don't know why, bro, when Luffy get his ass whooped, bro, he just gets stronger, bro. You got that sand boost.
Finally land your most damaging attacks, and you're both just laying there. And for the briefest of moments, you think, you know, if I could just pretend to be asleep or dead or something. I'm so tired. I really don't want to keep doing this. But then he gets up. Fuck, man, fuck. So you get up and you stand over him. You're both tired as fuck at this point, and you're like, all right, man. So like, you know, I'm this strong. Are you still gonna come back here to fight my mom? You know, she's way stronger than me. And this motherfucker looks you dead in your eyes and said, yeah, of course I am. Now, this is the part that I feel like people don't understand about the ending of this fight, okay? Most people think that what happens next is Katakuri's respect for Luffy. And I'm here to tell you that after rewatching the episode, rereading the manga, and doing my own research and different things like that, I'm here to tell you that that's wrong, and to explain what actually happened from Katakuri's perspective. So, he knows that he can kill Luffy right now. Like, they're both exhausted, maybe at the same level of strength, but he's still got the superior devil fruit, the superior haki, like all of that. He could just end Luffy right now. But just to be safe, he looks into the future before he does it. And so Katakuri looks into the future to see what would happen if he kills Luffy. And what does he see? Well, he sees what happened to Kaido.
Nah, that would be fucking great. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. If I saw that as Katakuri, yeah, I'm good. I'm good too. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Nah, I'm not doing that with you, fucker.
When he did the very same thing to Luffy. That's right. Katakuri sees Luffy dying and some steam coming out of his mouth, and the next thing he knows, Luffy has become Bugs Bunny and he starts jumping rope with him. And it's at that moment, that exact moment, Katakuri decides to just lay down. Like, I can't emphasize this enough. He looked into the future, saw the wacky shit that would go down if he killed Luffy, and decided it's not worth it. Not worth it at all. Katakuri doesn't know anything about Gear 5 or cartoon god powers. He doesn't know anything of that, and he would undoubtedly have so many questions, but he was just like, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So that's it. He sees Luffy become Bugs Bunny, and he just decides to lay down. The fight's over. It's finally fucking over. And that's the thing that I realized. Katakuri was so exhausted from fighting Luffy. Big Mom was fully still just rampaging out there. Katakuri doesn't know that that shit's been taken care of. He hasn't gotten any word. All that he knows is that, you know, Luffy managed to basically outlast him in a getting his ass beat contest.
Which is crazy. Like, this is crazy endurance, bro. Because, like, bro, like, he was getting his ass beat the entire fight. The entire 11 hours they were fighting, he was getting his ass whooped every second, every minute of that joint. And he just ate that bitch, bro. Like, he just ate that bitch. What do you do?
And that, to his knowledge, Big Mom is still just wreaking havoc out there. But Katakuri, so exhausted, was like, boy, I sure hope they figured that shit out there, because I'm done for the day. I don't know what to tell you. I'm clocking out. That's it, guys. Whole Cake Island from the perspective of Big Mom and Katakuri. I just think that that's so funny, and I hope that you all understand that Katakuri is really just afraid of Luffy, as most people should be. He has supernatural powers. It's not because he's going to bring the dawn or inspire hope, freedom, any of that.
No, he's just
a raving lunatic that actively makes places worse every time he gets there. That's it. That's all. You know, which I really want to make a video explaining how every island the Straw Hats go to conveniently ends up destroyed. Like, have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
They just fuck up everywhere that they go. But that's it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being interested. And I can't wait to see you all in the next one.
I got pretty women showing titties like I'm Flacco. I came in a hard top, I'm still in the drop.